exhalation. Deep inhalation, retain for as long as possible, and then exhale deeply. Also, make sure that your mind is focusing only on the breath, not wandering anywhere. Okay. So ensure that your entire physical body, mind is totally relaxed. Mind should be quietened. Don't bring any of your problems, worries when you're doing this. So forget about everything. You're moving towards Brahma Jnanam. Remember that. So by the practice of this method of focused pranayama, the physical body and the mind should be relaxed totally. And so when the mind has attained peace, peaceful state of mind, Shantam, say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When the mind has attained quietude, Upanishad mantras say that one should do upasana or dhyanam on the supreme principle Brahma Tattvam. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasita. Today in the class, I will explain the meaning of Tajjalan. So, everything, Brahman permeates every entity in the world, and one should do dhyanam and the mind is quietened on the supreme principle. So, let us now take an Upanishad mantra from Kenu Upanishad. It says that the Brahma Tattvam is responsible for the functions of all your indriyas. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yad vacho vacham sau pranasya pranaha chakshushash chakshuhu atimuchya dhiraha Pretyasmalokadamrita bhavanti. Shrotrasya Shrotram. So is the ear of the ear. That means what? Ears cannot function without supreme consciousness, Brahma Tattvam. Shrotrasya Shrotram. Manaso Mano. The mind cannot cognize anything without consciousness. Only a person who is alive with consciousness can think. Otherwise, you cannot think, right? Yad vachoha vacham, the speech of the speech. But all I'm speaking, I can cognize Brahman in me. So these are all what? Manana mantras. Every action you do, you can recognize Brahman, Supreme, Shuddha Chaitanyam within you. Yad vachoha vacham sau pranasya pranaha, the root of all our existence, pranaha, that itself is manifesting only because of consciousness. Pranasya pranaha. Chakshusas chakshuhu, eye of the eye. Atimucha dhira pretya small lokad amrita bhavanti. So one who understands Brahman as being the fundamental principle behind all my actions, behind my existence, attains what? Atimucha dhiraha pretya asmal lokat. So after this physical body perishes, the person attains amrita bhavanti, no more rebirth. Means what? Person attains moksham through brahmajnanam. How to attain that moksham through brahmajnanam? We'll study through the wonderful chapter, 9th chapter of Gita, Rāja-Vidya Rāja-Guhyam Yogaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Om. Vakratunda Mahakanya Surya Koti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kuru Medeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. निधये सर्वविद्यानां षजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि उदान्महम् ॐ. All of which chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunvanti Nimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangapadakramो Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha देवाय तस्मै नमः. ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः. श्री सरस्वती नमः. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता नवमोऽध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगः. So I'll chant the first sloka which we learned in the last class. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Idantu te guhyatamam Pravakshyamyanasuyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajñātva Mokṣyase Shubhat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam Harti. Welcome to the next session on the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the name of the 9th chapter? Rāja-Vidya Rāja-Guhyam. Rāja-Vidya, king among knowledge, king among all sciences, sovereign science, the greatest science, and Rāja-Guhyam, king among secrets. Name itself is very nice, isn't it? Greatest knowledge is also the most secretive knowledge. You all should have seen a lot of the stories in history. All kings had a lot of secrets. They kept a lot of secrets. They will not reveal that. Similarly, this is a combination of greatest knowledge and the greatest secret. Now, what is this greatest knowledge, greatest secret? It is the true nature of Bhagavan, true nature of Ishvaraha. So, what I have said, what you have learned in the previous 7th chapter. What is 7th chapter? Jnana Vijnana Yogaha. I gave you a small formula. What is Ishvara is equal to Para Prakriti plus Apara Prakriti. Consciousness principle plus matter principle. Brahma Tattvam plus Maya Tattvam. Clear? Is Maya Tattvam part of Bhagavan or not? Any doubt? Anybody who can quote Pramanam? Pramanam means proof. Bhagavan has told in the Bhagavad Gita, Devi Khesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Very good. So it is called attentive student. Very good, Atmanan. So Mama Maya. So Bhagavan is told that Maya is not from somewhere else. Mama Maya Durat. So don't forget, they're all very key principles. So Bhagavan has told that Mama Maya. Maya is mine. So the real Ishvara Tattvam is equal to Brahma Tattvam plus Maya Tattvam. Maya is an aspect of Ishvaraha. Now, why should one get this knowledge? Write down all these things. It may not be in the e-book. So write down. Why should I aim to get this knowledge of the Supreme, which is Brahman, without Maya? Maya Rahita Upadhi Rahita Triguna Atita Shuddha Chaitanya Tattvam. Why should I know? I told you, no? Should first investigate why should I know. So please understand, anything including Saguna Brahman, which was explained in the previous chapter, 8th chapter, all the gods that you worship, with physical form, which you worship in the puja room, or even the Avatara Purusha, all those are having what? Nama, Rupa, and Guna. Physical form, name, form, characteristics, other features, or no? So now, having understood a bit of the 7th chapter, now start thinking. Name, form, characteristics. Is it Apara Prakriti or Para Prakriti? Quick, you should go fast now. I'm going to go very fast. Apara Prakriti, very good. Apara Prakriti means, is it limited or unlimited? Apara Prakriti is matter principle. It is limited. So, any worship or any what puja that you do with respect to a God with name and form and features will still be limited, and the results also will be limited. You will not get infinite results from finite entities. You know all these important principles, points. So only way to attain the infinite. Why should I attain the infinite? Anything that is limited will be there for some time and go away. Again, read Purvatam. Abrahma bhuvanal lokaha punaravartino Arjuna. Even up to Brahma Loka, even Brahmaji, it is something that will exist for some time and then it will perish and will get recreated. Similarly, whatever so-called happiness, peace of mind. Why do you do all this worship, puja, japa, dhyana, everything? What you're doing? You want peace of mind, right? Happiness, right? So this happiness, this peace of mind will be temporary when the object, which is your source of happiness or peace of mind, is also finite. So finite entities will give you only finite results. Only the infinite can give you infinite results. Clear? Huh? So far clear? Are you understanding the process? Sukham me sarvada bhuyat dukkham abhut kadachana. I should never get any sorrow, even little bit sorrow at any point in time. That means what? Unalloyed bliss, permanent happiness. So sukham me sarvada bhuyat. Write down all these shlokas. Dukkham abhut kadachana idiche sarvasamanye. Ram Ram Subbu. Te jnanadeva siddhyataha. Only by jnanam it is possible. It is not possible. Puja, japa, dhyana, tirtha yatra, anything. So this knowledge is the knowledge of supreme truth. 1. 2. Any amount of knowledge that is finite will still be limited and leave you with a sense of feeling that I am not known something else. There is something more to be known. But once you attain the supreme knowledge, the infinite knowledge, nothing else remains to be known. So the mind becomes very quietened. Yes or no? If somebody knows something, especially secret about something, and you don't know that, somehow I need to know, right? Internally, your mind will be, bickering will be there, right? But once you attain the supreme, what happens? Very, very important point, please note down. Because of Maya Prabhavam, Maya Tattvam, the way Maya fools all of us, you will see the world. Many people will be presenting themselves or having different kinds of positions, power, money, happiness, that, features, everything, right? You see the world and you get carried away. Yes or no, I am not like that. I don't have that. This person is famous. This person is doing. Do you have the feeling or not? Be frank. Yes or no? Sometimes you feel, right? I am inadequate. I am not complete. Oh my God. All this. What is happening? Huh? Somebody has to know. Fix my Zoom. Okay, I will not raise my hand. Even that is coming like Maya only. You see? It came like Maya. Anyway, Zoom is doing something. Anyway, you see, so we have feeling of inadequacy. Yes or no? Incompleteness. Apurnatvam. Yes or no? You may not know. You can go and ask the richest person in the world. Even he or she love incompleteness. Should have also sometimes friends to just check out. Ask people. Very rich, lot of things. Think money alone will give me supreme happiness. Go and ask the richest person. Most miserable. Yes or no, Ravi Venkatramani is in the heart of where people have a lot of wealth. Look at the people. Always under tension. The 4 to 5 years I've been in Singapore, I've seen everybody always tension. No peace of mind. So money, position, that, everything. Oh, having very good physical feature, health, nothing is going to give you permanent happiness. So the infinite knowledge alone will give supreme happiness. So it's important to understand the infinite. Purnamada Purnamidam. Supreme principle is also Purnam, complete. You are also complete. You are already complete. But sir, I'm feeling a lot of incompleteness, inadequacy. What is the reason? Lack of knowledge. Write down. Lack of knowledge of something that you already are. It is what? That which is already existent. Swatas Siddham. Write down. Very important term. All these things you should know. Swatas Siddham. It is already existent. You are already Brahman. Whether you like it or not, want it or not, will not. Everybody is Brahman. Only problem is what? I have not understood myself correctly. Similarly, Bhagavan is also pure consciousness. I have not understood Bhagavan correctly. So important to understand essential nature, infinite nature, the nature of pure consciousness, which is called as, importantly, write down Vedanta, Swarupa Lakshanam. In Vedanta, we use two methodologies to define Brahman. So now slowly I'm getting into aspects of Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, and everything. One is called Swarupa Lakshanam. One, right? Two. Two is called Tatastha Lakshanam. Very good. What is Tatastha Lakshanam? Tatastha means bank of a river. So you stand at the bank of the river and see the river and say, this is the river. Similarly, you stand outside and using some principles infer the supreme. That means what? If you study the Shastras will say that you see the entire universe, it is getting created, it is sustained, it is dissolved. Behind that, there is supreme principle. Means what? You're using something else to indirectly infer the existence of supreme principle that is called Tatastha Lakshanam. So when you use the mantra, Eto va imani bhuta nijayante, e najata nijibanti, et prayanti abhisambhishanti, tat vijijñāsasva, tat brahmeti. What is this mantra? This is the mantra that the father told the son. Bhrugurvaiva runihi. Bhrugu, small boy, went to his father. Varun asked, what is this Brahman? So, father didn't reveal directly, indirectly said, look, tad vijijñāsasva. Go and investigate, sit down and understand from that principle from which the entire universe emerges, in which everything is sustained, in which everything merges, only dissolves, is called Brahman. Tad vijijñāsasva. Tapasa Brahma vijijñās. Clear, understand now? Clear. So that is the indirect method. Whereas Swarupa Lakshanam is when you directly go and understand the supreme principle. Write down. Example of Swarupa Lakshanam is Ashabdamasparshamarupa Mamvyayam Tatharasam Nityam Agandha Vajjayate Anadyanantam Mahatah Param Dhrubam Nichayatan Mrityumukhat Pramuchyate. Direct knowledge. For that, you have to sit down and study Upanishad mantras in detail with the Guru, which will start in the new year. See, up to about noon, 12:30, I have approved all the e-books. Next installment will happen after this class only. I cannot keep on doing that continuously. So, first come, first served basis. Okay. Now, the method to understand Brahman directly, Swarupa Lakshanam, is Brahma Jnanam. And so Bhagavan is now taking that most important topic, Rāja-Vidya Rāja-Guhyam Yoga. So we did in the last class, we did the Padavibhaga Anvaya for Shloka number 1, yes or no? Now, once again, we'll do Anvaya and take the meaning, and then the meaning we'll go through the ebook. Whoever has downloaded the ebook, please have it with you. It's very important to study with ebook because it's slightly a complicated subject. All of you, please have it with you. Who doesn't have, today itself, after the class, do it. Maybe in 2 hours from now, I will approve everything so that by tomorrow morning you are ready with the ebook. So make sure you have it with you. Very important because this is a very slightly difficult topic to understand, not so easy. So look at the Anvaya for this. We already noted down. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Tu Te Anasuyave Pravakshyami Idam Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Guhyatamam Jnatva Yat Mokshyase Ashubhat. Clear? How many words? See, all this payment type somehow, please talk to the volunteers separately. Don't bring unnecessary, no questions in the chat box, please. Okay? Focus on subject matter. Now, I told you in the last class that the first shloka of the 9th chapter defines a term called as Anubandha Chatushtayam. Yes or no? The four key characteristics that are connected with the study of a Shastra. What are the four? Vishayaha, subject matter. 2, Adhikari. Who is the right person eligible to study this subject matter? 3, what is the prayojanam? What is the benefit? Why should I study? What is the benefit? Without investigating this, there is no point. So there can be any subject matter. Am I eligible? You should investigate. Then, if you are eligible, then what is the value I am getting? And finally, there is one aspect that connects all these three. It's called sambandha. Clear? So these are the four aspects that one needs to know. And so in this particular shloka, Bhagavan has integrated that. Now, if you got the e-book, all of you, can you please take page number 3. We'll see this chart, concept number 1. And then we'll take the Anvaya so that you understand this shloka very clearly. So, concept 1 is, what is this Brahma Jnanam subject matter? So, in that, you got 4 aspects. Vishayaha, what is the subject matter? Vishayam Shuddha Chaitanyam Jiva Brahmaikya Lakshanam. So, Ishvara Tattvam is equal to matter principle plus consciousness principle. You all know that or not? So, in that, you have to understand which principle now? You have to understand the consciousness principle. Underline that. Then, who is the adhikari? Who is the right person? What are the qualities required for understanding this ultimate truth? Bhagavan has indicated what? Anasuyave as the word. What I told you in the last class? Person has to be virtuous. Means what? All the right qualities. Shraddha, Bhakti, Sadhana, Chatushtaya, Sampannaha, Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampattihi, Mumukshutvam. All these are required and has to be not just one day. It's not a one-day wonder. It has to be part and parcel of you throughout your life. For that only, what you have to do? You have to be prepared. Karma, Karma Yoga, Upasana, Dhyānam, all that keep on practicing. The virtues will come in plenty and will be prepared for this Jnanam Adhikari. And what is the Prayojanam benefit? Anandam Paramanandam. Paramanandam, Jnanam, Moksham, and free from samsara chakram. That is the prayojanam. Yes or no? Do you want it or not? How many of you want only finite happiness? Suppose I tell you. So now December is going to end, 2024 is ending. Next year, 6 months, first 6 months, up to June, you'll have a lot of happiness. After that, from July to December, lot of problems. Will you take it? How many takers? Anybody? Can we do a poll? Huh? Nobody. See, nobody wants it, right? Tell me, entire 2024, 25 till what? 2100, whatever age, I should be always happy. No sorrow. Yes or no? So if that is what you want, that is the prayojanam, paramanandam is possible only by Brahmajnanam. Write down. If I am aiming for the ultimate highest, I need to get Brahmajnana prayojanam. And what is sambandham? In all aspects, the sambandham, the connecting principle is Brahmajnanam. See, Vishayam is Brahmajnanam. Adhikari is a person to know Brahmajnanam. Prayojanam is the result of knowing Brahmajnanam. So that is the connection. Jnanam. Write down. Brahman is subject matter, but Brahmajnanam is sambandham. So Bhagavan is Jnanam plus Vijnanam. Clear? Now, I told you, anything which is Paraprakriti matter, including Saguna Brahman, your God with form, is limited by time, space, and causation. Yes or no? Is Sri Ramachandra or Krishna Paramatma available in physical form in front of you as a live personality? You have to still do worship in a form of a Vigraham or a Murti, right? So it is still what? Subject to time, means that in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna was there, correct? Space in that area, and then causation. But this absolute truth, Chaitanya Swarupam, is always present, ever present, never changes, never subject to time, space, causation, beyond time, space, and causation. So you take this small chart we have prepared, expanded the Vishaya. That means what? Subject matter, little more detail, double click that. So we all know Bhagavan, Ishvara is equal to what? Para Prakriti plus Apara Prakriti. Now look at this. Very important. It's only revision of the 7th chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So there are some similarities and many differences between Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. What are the commonalities between Apara Prakriti and Para Prakriti? Both are Anadi, both are Anantam. Write down Anadi, Anantam, and Aprameyam. You cannot say what is Maya, you cannot say what is Brahman. So that is there ends the similarity. And what is now the difference? Now go to the chart. Or many of you have got the ebook, right? Others just note down. When you download, you can go and verify and continuously think on this particular topic. So the higher nature, the supreme principle, is Chetana Tattvam, Chaitanyam, consciousness. Whereas the lower nature, Paraprakriti, matter is what? Achetana Tattvam, Jadam, right? Matter principle. The higher reality is Nirgunam. The lower reality is Sagunam. Contains Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Whereas the higher principle is what? Triguna Atitam. Write down. Triguna Atitam, Triguna Sahitam. If you want to be very clear, Triguna Rahitam, higher reality. Triguna Sahitam, lower reality. Then the higher reality is Nirvikalpam. Also download ebook and look at it. Should be a bit disciplined to get the highest knowledge. See, for everything we are having some discipline. For this, we don't have discipline. How will you get Brahmajnanam, highest knowledge? So, the higher reality is Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpam. Vikalpam means what? Subject to change. Nirvikalpam, not subject to change. All are very important. Whereas the lower nature is what? Savikalpam, always changing. And if you're not camera on, switch on cameras. Very important topic. Be attentive. Okay. So, the lower nature is always changing. Because of this changing nature, there are two things. Sometimes you think, why should it not be the same always? It will not be. Sometimes you want things to change. Yes or no? So, any of you, when you're going to school and all, uniform, every day same dress. So, what happens? Only in birthday, they will say you wear your own dress, color dress. Yes or no? Correct? Janaki Venu's teacher, correct? Only on that day, they will allow children to, that day, very happy. At least some change. Sometimes you want a change. Sometimes you don't want a change because when your things are going fine, everything should be, like this constant, right? So, caught between something that is changing and something is constant, you're always going through ups and downs. Once you understand something that is beyond actually change and change, the supreme principle, not subject to change, you will not bother. Whether something you put a uniform or color, whatever happens, you will take it in a stride. So important to understand the Nirvikalpaka Tattvam. And what is changing always is savikalpam. That means what? Always change. Nirvikaraha. So, see, kalpam means in form and vikaram means in all aspects. It is features, quality, everything. It is savikaraha. So, always changing in all the gunas and other aspects. Most important is once you understand higher reality, you attain swatantram, become independent. Whereas as long as you're stuck to the lower reality, including the God form, you are still paratantram. That means what? Dependent. So this independence is not physically independent. Mentally, you'll be independent. So wherever there is dependence mentally, there is sorrow. Please understand, yes or no? If you're mentally dependent on anything, even for happiness, because the entity you are depending on will be changing, yes or no? If my source of happiness is some individual, will the individual be the same? Your own wife, your own children, your own what, position, money, power, anything, physical body also, will it be same? It'll keep changing, so you're dependent. So once you understand that changeless principle, then only you can attain independence. Please understand, that is called swatantram. So otherwise, you'll lifelong be dependent. So king karaha, we say, no, what should I do? Now in Kannada, there is something they use, no, word called ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಧನಿ 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 means please tell me, please give me instructions what I should do. I'm ready to carry out instructions, right? Always dependent, looking for instructions and directions. Will be problem, please understand, because that fellow himself who is giving directions will be sometimes very foolish. So attain what? This is not physical independence, but independence from anything that can affect the mind. And importantly, the supreme principle is satyam. Satyasya satyam, ultimate truth, called absolute truth. Whereas the apara prakriti, lower nature, is what? Mithya. Is what? Relative reality. Vyavaharika satyam is relative reality. Paramarthika satyam. Why is vyavaharika satyam? In all that is happening in the world, there is some rule, regulation, right? Sun rises correctly every day, earth is rotating, revolving, everything existing, yes or no? There is a relative, that's called ritam, that is existing. But there is satyam that is governing ritam. That is why the sloka we chant, Tagum Satyam Param Brahma. So see, that sloka itself, mantra itself has got two aspects, ritam and satyam. Relative reality and absolute reality. Apara prakriti, para prakriti. And importantly, as you go deep in Vedanta, you'll understand this concept called Niravayavaha and Savayavaha. Niravayavaha means there is no part. The supreme principle, consciousness, is partless. It is ekam, only one. Prajnana ghanaha, there is only one principle that is continuous. You cannot break it into parts. Sadeva somya idamagra asit ekameva advitiyam. It's only one. Whereas matter principle is always having parts. So what happens? At any impact can break into pieces, yes or no? Just like your mind. You want peace of mind, but mind is broken into pieces within no time. Huh? So when you get Brahma Jnanam, attain what? The changeless, formless, partless, uniform, pure consciousness principle, knowledge of that, and so will be established in everlasting what? Unalloyed bliss. So this is, you need to understand the importance of differentiating between the para prakriti and para prakriti. And so this is a very important concept that you all need to have. Grahana means what? You always be thinking about it. What I'll do is, there is a method to analyze the 9th chapter, because it's a very complex subject. The page 1 and 2, you're given some table of contents and breakup. I will take this for special study and analysis in the next class tomorrow. Okay. I'm giving you some more time to download the book. There's something I want to take you through more systematically. So tomorrow when you're coming, all of you please download this ebook. Who has not downloaded, I'll approve till very late night, another till 11:30 in the night, I'll say, for example. Okay. If anybody is paying offline, offline is what? You do a bank transfer or no? Transfer through your PayPal or anything. Put a note, I will approve it. Otherwise, if you pay through Razorpay, you can download. Clear? So I will approve it. No, so that you have the book. The method to analyze even the page number 1. It's very. Have somebody gone through a glimpse of this particular ebook? Actually, looked at it again. The team has done a wonderful job. It's a very complex subject. The team has done a very, very good job with this ebook. Gita Shastram, Padavibhaga, Anvaya, references to Shankara Bhashyam, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras. Take to the study systematically with the Guru. It will take about maybe another 10-15 classes. Don't miss any class. Sit down and study. And this is the only way that you can move closer towards Brahma Jnanam. Now, come to the shloka. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So Bhagavan has started. Did Arjuna ask any question? Is Arjuna Vacha? No. It means what? This is called as what? The state of ignorance, that unconscious incompetence. Write down. Can you write down this? Understand this? No particular word? Unconscious incompetence. That means what? I even do not know what I do not know. So Bhagavan is now making Arjuna consciously incompetent. That means what? Bhagavan is making aware to Arjuna and all of us that you have what? You are now made conscious of your incompetence of the knowledge of supreme truth. That means Bhagavan said, here is an important subject matter called Shuddha Chaitanyam, Param Brahma Tattvam, supreme truth, which you do not know. You know the 4 levels of competence? So unconscious competence and unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious what? Unconscious competence, and then conscious competence. One day I'll take up this to study anyway. Understand second stage. So now Bhagavan has started saying, tu. However, but. So Bhagavan has started the word but. Why? He's starting with the adhikari. So you can say this tukaram is however, but, or because. What is because? Because of certain characteristics that you possess, I am revealing this topic with respect to you as what? Conscious incompetence. You want to reveal the conscious, reveal the incompetence, you need eligibility. That means what? To know there is something called as Brahman, yes or no? Tell me 2 years back, before studying Bhagavad Gita, you all have a glimpse or even an inkling of something called as Shuddha Chaitanyam, Supreme Consciousness, Apara Prakriti, Para Prakriti, Brahman, Maya, right? Very rarely you would have heard, but not made any sense, right? So even to come to this subject matter, you need some qualification. And so Bhagavan says, however, because of the fact that what? Bhagavan has pointed out one quality, te anasuyave. So, because you are having this wonderful what? Quality of being what? Non-critical. Anasuya means not finding fault with anybody. Write down. Anasuya means Paraguneshu dosha avishkaranam. Technical meaning. So Paraguneshu, that means what? Any quality of the opposite person, what? Dosha avishkaranam. I find out a fault. Fault finding capability. That means what? The mind has still got kalmasham. So don't take literally that You have to be 100% anasuya. Anasuyaha. No. Anasuyaha is an indication of what? Virtuosity. Write down. I told you one sloka earlier. Lokesmin vividha nishtha paraprokta mayanagha. What is the word? Bhagavan used for Arjuna. Hey anagha. Anagha means what? Agham means papam. Anagha means no papam. Anasuya does not mean jealous. Good point. Matsaryam is being jealous. Write down. There's a difference between Matsaryam and Anasuya. See, you all got with commentators and other so-called intellects. You keep on finding fault. They may not be jealous. Whoever raised the question, I didn't see the name of the person. You understand? Jealousy is Matsaryam, which Duryodhana had. See, finding fault is slightly a lower kind of problem. Whereas Matsaryam will kill you. It will end up demolishing you. Please understand. Don't have. See, sometimes maybe critical of somebody, that's okay. But Matsaryam is very, very bad. See, if you look at the 6 key bad qualities, since you brought this topic, write down. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryam. Can you see? In this Anasuya is not there. Finding fault is not there. It is slightly a lesser problem. Even that is not there. Arjuna is what Bhagavan is saying. Are you clear? Anybody who has the question, can you please acknowledge? That is Matsaryam, different from Matsaryam. So, one of the important reasons, okay, Venkat Sitaran, very good. One of the important reasons is Anasuya is required for Shastric studies, because when you enter Vedanta Shastra and study with the Guru, the first thing is you should not find fault with the Guru or the Shastram or Bhagavan. Are you getting the point? Why Anasuya is important? Because it's evolved. See, for a person who has beaten Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryam, the next level you have to reach is not finding fault. Externally, you can find fault with everybody. Example, my Guruji used to be with my Paramaguru, Meenakshi madam. So my Guruji now is Dr. Subra Sharma Mahamapade. He's got 120 titles. A small boy, 8-year-old. He went to his Guru. His father left him. Now my Guru's father left my Guru with this Swamiji, Shri Satchidanandan Saraswamiji, who was 80 years old. So my Guruji is 8 years. My Paramaguru was 80 years, 80. Can you see? So my Paramaguru used to say to my Guru, Ravi Enji, Ninugu Nanagu Sonnene Vidyasa. That means what? Difference between you and me is only 10. Seturaman sir, Kannada Puriyudhu. So Sonne means no difference. Sonne means 0. So Magu, he is called Magu, means child. Come and learn. He is taught the entire Shastras. My Guruji is epitome of all the Shastras. You take Kalidasa's all the compositions, you take Vyakarana, you take Vedas, Veda Bhashyam, Shankara Bhashyam, Vedanta, Bhagavatam, Valmiki Ramayana, anything you take, he has taught him everything, including English language. Guru Arpan sir, those days, they were very poor, extremely poor. Swami didn't have any money. He used to live in a forest place and take daily bhiksha from people. So, 2 days old newspaper, English newspaper, he used to take from somebody and ask my Guruji to read. Now, read, I will explain to you. Learn English. He has learned English, mathematics, everything. Only one Guru for everything. So, he used to say, my Guruji used to say, anybody who is living with my Guru, that's my Parama Guru, will find 120 doshas. What? Swamiji is like this. Swamiji is very strict. Swamiji is extremely strict. He used to give an example. If suppose somebody comes and presents, those days they used to give coconut. No, when you go to a Mahan, sannyasi, you have to give coconut. The coconut also has not be given in hand. You should put it on the floor and offer it. Now, my Swamiji, if he finds even one small thread from a cloth, he will say, you please remove it. That is, the muddy is not there. He will say. Like that, many aspects, a lot of things are, he's very strict. And so people will find dosham. Correct? No? Even if the Guru, yes or no, you tell me. How many of you been to Mahan and found out all the things that you think you don't like? You find dosham or not? Why is he like this? Why is he doing that? Why should he not be like this? Why he is doing? He always want to be critical. And similarly, Shastram. Yeah, all this Brahma Jnana, what is this? No, so difficult. Why cannot be so simple? Some kind of art, some kind of engineering, do something. You cannot do like that. No, you have to follow this. You cannot be critical. So the patience to be with the Guru, the Shastram to attain Bhagavan is very important. That's why the example is given. But the important aspect is what? Not having any sins, free from sins, virtuous person. Clear? Anasuya way, because you are non-critical. What is the essence you have to take? Because you are a virtuous person. Hey Anagha. Write down in bracket. I told you the sloka. Lokesmin vividha nishtha pura prokta mayanagha. Jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Clear? That's how you began that chapter. So because you have this, you are a virtuous person. They to you. Qualities required to you. Pravakshyami. I shall impart. So Bhagavan has been waiting for a long time. Nobody asked the question. So any of us go to Perivar, Mahara, Sannidhanam, Mahajan, say, please give me Brahma Jnanam. How many of you go and ask? I got this problem, stomach ache, headache, no job. Please give me permanent job. You want to go to Mahan and say, please bless me with job in America. You decide. You decide what you want and go ask them, right? Yes or no? So nobody asked this. Even Arjuna didn't ask. So don't worry. Doesn't matter. No, we are all like Arjuna only, right? None of us will ask. So when the right time comes, like this, some Brahma Vidya, somewhere somebody will call you and say, learn Brahma Jnanam, and they'll introduce the topic. So just like Arjuna, nobody asks. So Bhagavan says, I will impart. Prakarshena Vakshyami. That means what? Many important features of this word Prakshyami. I will explain very clearly. I will explain in as much detail as possible. So I will make it very clear to you. I will explain properly. What? Idam Jnanam. Idam. Idam means this. Suddenly, what is this? This means what? Write down in Sanskrit. Idam to sannikrishtam. That means what? Idam is a word used for something very, very near to you. Why it is now very near to you? Anybody quickly? It has already been introduced and explained in some detail in the 7th chapter. Idam. Already what? What? 7th chapter Bhagavan has told or not? What is the name of 7th chapter? All forgotten. See, if I see the face only, I understand. Jnana-Vijnana Yoga. In that Bhagavan explained or not? So once it is explained and you got a subject matter, it is very close to you or not? Idam. Acharya Shankara says, if you look at Invest God Shankara Bhashyam Ken. What Acharya says? Idam Brahma Jnanam. What a word. Idam Brahma Jnanam. Vakshamanam. Vakshamanam means that is the only knowledge which needs to be explained. Only one that needs to be known, knowing which everything becomes known, knowing which nothing remains unknown. Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati iti. Upanishad mantra. So one disciple goes to one guru and asks this question. What is that principle knowing which everything becomes known? Please explain that to me. Mundaka Upanishad. So idam brahmajnanam vakshamanam uktam cha purveshu adhyayeshu. See, Acharya says wonderfully. Which chapter? Not the 8th chapter. Chapter number? Vishnayar, in the chapter there. 7th chapter. So don't go immediately before, but one chapter before 8th chapter. Tat buddhau. Sannidhi kritya. Sannidhi. I told you sannidhanam. Right? Sannidhi kritya means what? Make it even closer to you. Make it your own. Internalize. That means what? That was slightly difficult to understand by this method. So all Mahans take different approaches to teach Brahmajnanam. Even the Upanishads, we take the 12 key principal Upanishads, each one takes a different route to explain the supreme principle, because our mind cannot absorb the supreme truth so easily. So different ways are being used. In 7th chapter, Bhagavan used one way. 9th chapter, Bhagavan is using another way. Clear? Huh? That is why you should go to Guru. Na, Vijay Raghavan, see. They will see whether you are understanding or not. If you are not understanding, another example, another way, this way, that way. Lot of methods are being told. So Bhagavan is saying, Acharya Shankara is saying, Sannidhi Kritya. That means what again? Make it internalize this. Idam. Idam means what? This. Brahma Jnanam. Jnanam. This Jnanam. This Jnanam is apara prakriti or para prakriti. Quickly. Now, should go fast. Already saturated. Huh? Ram Venkat. It's quite tough. Huh? Are you able to follow? Clear? Huh? Ah. So, this is what? Para prakriti. Ah, para prakriti. Shuddha Chaitanyam. Brahma Tattvam. Not the lower nature. It is Dvaita Jnanam or Advaita Jnanam. Next question. All I'm going to put question here only. Advaita Jnanam, Ekatva Vijnanam. I told you in the beginning of Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. What does Acharya say? Eva Mayam Anadi Anantaha Naisargiko Adhyasaha Mithya Pratyay Rupaha Kartrutva Bhoktritva Pravartakaha Sarvaloka Pratyakshaha Asyanartha Heto Prahanaya. Write down. Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipattaye. May not know all the words, but write down this. Atma Ekatva Vidya. There is only one. Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipattaye. Sarve Vedantaha Arabhyante. Very wonderful statement. So that Atmaikatva Vidya, it is not even Atma Vidya, it is not Ekatva Vidya, it is combination. Madhuvarish understood? Very nice word. Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipatte. So entire Vedanta Shastra is for what? This Jnanam, Atmaikatva Vidya, Brahma Jiva Brahma Aikya Vidya, Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam. 1. Idam Jnanam. 2. Vijnana Sahitam. Very important. Just academically knowing is no use. So, Swami Omkaranda used to say, Ram Subbu. Some people, after listening to all the lectures for 20 days, will come and say, Swamiji, all this Brahma Jnanam teaching you're doing and hearing, somehow the mind is still having unhappiness, sorrow. I'm not, some emptiness is there. What? It is not enough to only hear all these things. It should be in experience. That's why Acharya Shankara says, beginning of Brahma Sutra, when you study, you will understand. Only Brahma Jnanam results in experience here and now. Write down. Paroksha asatphalam karma jnanam pratyaksha satphalam jnanamevabhyaset tasmat iti vedanta dindimaha. What does it mean? Paroksha asatphalam karma. Anything to do with karma, upasana, puja, japa, dhyana, tirtha yatra, harikatha, all that you are doing now, the kirtana. Asat phalam karma. Asat means what? Not permanent. And what? It may happen now. Results can come now or come later. Paroksha means what? Will come later. Jnanam pratyaksha sat phalam. So the word jnanam is there or not in this sloka? Same chant in this sloka. Idam jnanam is there or not? And that becomes vijnanam. When it is jnanam pratyaksha satphalam. Pratyaksha means what? Here and now you'll understand this. It's not postponed to some other day. If you start now, some other day you'll understand. If you're focused, got all the punya phalam, there is no pratibandham. You'll understand in this life itself. And what? Pratyaksha satphalam. It is permanent. It will not go away. So if you get Brahma Jnanam today and tomorrow you forget it, that is not Brahma Jnanam. Science you can forget. No, mathematics can forget, but you cannot forget Aham Brahmasmi because it is your own true nature. Can you say, forget myself? In Guru Swami sir, can you say, I don't know whether I exist or not? Can you go and tell somebody? Just like you cannot negate yourself physically, similarly, you can never negate your true nature, provided you understand is always with you. That is Vijnana Sahitam. Clear? Huh? Shuddha Chaitanyam. How to realize that? Vijnana Sahitam means realization, internalization. How do I internalize this? So many of you have got challenge, right? So all these fine, sir. You're saying this no Brahman is God, Parapata, all the chart is good. Then differentiation, differences, commonalities looks very, very academic. How do I internalize? Yes or no? That's a more difficult step, right? How to so Bhagavan is now going to teach you how to internalize this supreme truth. And what is the greatness of this? What is the most interesting aspect? It is Guhya Tamam. Guhya Tamam means what? Guhyam means what? Secret. Guhyam. There is correct. Guhya Taram. Guhya Tamam. I'm not raising my hand too much. Something else will come from Zoom. Somebody has to. Can somebody look at it, investigate? Arey, wait. Thoda kuch karo, bhai. I'm so busy, almost 80, 19 hours a day. Check out what the setting should be done. So Guhya Tamam means what? The greatest. Superlative. It's a great secret. Why it's great secret? I told you in the last class. Even though it is divulged, you will not understand. Very few people know the solution to the secret. So it's the greatest secret. Even though it is explained, still remains secret. Yes or no? Thousands and thousands of years has been explained by great Mahans. Still it's secret. Open secret. Write down. Guhyatamam. And why should I know this? Jnatva yat. Importance of this knowledge, benefit. What? Prayojanam. Gaining this knowledge, gaining this jnana. Yat jnatva. It comes jnatva yat. Now, the next word is mokshyase. Mokshyase doesn't mean you'll attain moksham. Here, technically, this point mokshyase means you will be freed. Be freed what? Ashubhat. Ashubhat means from Ashubham. What is the vibhakti for Ashubhat? Anybody? Panchami vibhakti. My Guruji used to say in Kannada. Deseinda. So, Ashubhata deseinda. Nino Muktanaguttiya. Kannada, if you say, that means what in English? From the standpoint, that means what? You'll be freed from, totally freed from Ashubham. Ashubham means what? What is the biggest Ashubham? Shubham, you know? Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhanasam. What is Ashubham? Ashubham means that which is not good for us, right? The biggest Ashubham is samsara chakram. Write down. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Very good, Haripanamana. See, this is what you should always listen to Mahan's words. Mahaprabhu has told in one special lecture. When you start analyzing the root cause of any sorrow, okay, you can say, suppose some sorrow I got. Somebody says I got a very deadly disease in my body. So what? You start blaming what? Something that happened, some food you took or something. Then you will say, because of this body, I got the problem, because of the environment. If you keep on going one step backward, where does it lead to? The fact that I was born. The irredeemable fact, the source, the core of any problem. Correct, Satish. Root cause of any problem is having taken birth. That is the root. It is called samsaram. Punarapi jananam, punarapi. So, once you understand, realize supreme truth, you will be freed from cycle of samsara. Even to imagine at least for a moment, close your eyes and think, I am free from all this, what? Birth and death. Continuous, no changes of happiness and sorrow. Always subject to what? Like the waves of the ocean, always subject to tossing around, manifest, unmanifest, helplessly going around, and reach that supreme bliss, pure happiness, unalloyed bliss. I'm able to establish how nice it will be. Here and now. So, free from samsara chakram doesn't mean that you wait for next janma and see whether I'm born or not. Nah. So, some Mahant will say, I have no rebirth. You can take it for granted. Write down, they'll say. Like that, here and now, you should be able to proclaim that I'll be free from rebirth, attain this moksham. And then that's called moksham, right? Here, moksha se ashubhat is freed from samsara chakram. That means attaining moksham. So, wonderful chapter. And right at the eve, you know why they say eve? This way, we don't say Adam. Eve of start of Gita Jayanti. That means Sri Mata. You see, everywhere Sri Mata only is important. Huh? So tomorrow, that is in 12 hours from now, less than 12 hours, what are we going to start? Gita Jayanti chanting, beginning from Dhyana Shloka. So Kane will start the Dhyana Shloka. You chant all the what? The first set of slokas, then chant this 6 slokas that we have learned. Okay, Jnanam, and then start the thing, then followed by Ram Subbu and Kashyap will chant the first chapter. All of you come half an hour early. That means what? 6:55 a.m. you come. Log in. I'm Shraddha Bhakti. Now you said, no, why that internalization is not happening? You have to be dedicated to Gita Mata. So Bhagavad Gita, Bhavadveshinim gives you moksham, samsara chakram. So a lot of dedication, Shraddha Bhakti. Are you all clear? Switch on the camera and chant in mute mode. Start with Dhyana Shloka and first chapter in 12 hours from now. We will chant this first shloka and end the class again. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Idantu Te Guhyatamam Pravakshamyanasuyave Jnanam Vijnana-sahitam Yajñātva Mokshase Shubhat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Anybody having challenges in downloading, please send a message to Atmanathan or Ken. Can both of you please share your mobile numbers? See, we cannot create all things, everything in the world. So there is a wonderful system you set up. You're in India, pay through Razorpay, and whatever Razorpay allows, it will take. You don't take HDFC, BDFC. We cannot do all those things. Please don't bring all the elementary stuff to me. Find a way. There is many methods to pay. So KN, in people in US, please contact KN. People in India, contact Atmanathan. They will guide you. Very easy to download. You are all ordering items online or not? Today, everybody is buying items online. Yes or not? There it's very easy. Online ordering, because provision is required. Because no, you will not be able to know you want food. Especially you have Swiggy, Biggy, Zomato, all this nonsense ordering online. No, this is even simpler than that. Go to our website and just order, click a shopping cart, do the payment, get the money. Now, if you're paying through bank transfer, just put a message. Intermediate, there's no customer note is there. Say I have paid this, and choose offline method of payment. Complete the order. Let me tell you this: whatever you order, you get that. Whatever email ID you put, you will get that. The system will not interfere with the product that you ordered or the email ID. It's all digital copyright. If you put a wrong email, it will go to that email. So don't say that, no, I put a wrong email. We cannot change the email and all. You have to be diligent. No, correct? Huh? Simple thing you have to do. So when you're ordering something worth 1 crore rupees, no, if it has come to you'll put a wrong address, you'll put a wrong email ID, you'll put a wrong mobile number. It is equal to more than 1 crore rupees, but we're giving you at a very cheap cost. So donate and download. Take this book with Shraddha Bhakti and study. And promise you, there's no other book that you can get which can give you so much clarity. Study with the teacher this important subject, and let's pray to Bhagavan that we get Brahma Jnanam in this life itself. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is chanting? Gita Sammasara Maya. Vijay Raghavan, very good. Chant Pandava. Good. Keep it up.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. I'll be chanting chapter 18, slokas 43 to 49. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Ashtadashodhyayah. मोक्षसन्न्यासयोगः शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यं युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं दानमीश्वरभावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजम् कृषि गौरक्ष्य वाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजं स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु यतः प्रवृत्तिभूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततम् स्वकर्मणा तमभ्यच्चर्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः असक्तबुद्धिः सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगतस्पृहः नैष्कर्म्यसिद्धिं परमां सन्न्यासेनाधिगच्छति ओम शांति शांति शांतिः
Excellent chanting, Vijayaraghvanshi. Most important shloka you can note down, shloka number 45. What Vijayaraghvanshi chanted? Sve sve karmanya abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tachrunu. Very important. See, don't complain. I've been put into this. I have to cook every day. I have to go to office every day. No, I have to be in this country. I have to be that, do that. Whatever position Bhagavan has put, follow that diligently. Sve sve karmani abhirataha. Do it well. Whatever be your position, whether you're brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, do it correctly. That is the path to ultimate moksham. That is what anasuya. No complaint. Don't find fault. You see? Very nice sloka. So remember, connect all these things. When we read all these slokas, it is like, this is Rasagulla for us. My Guruji used to say, this is Jangri, this is Jilebi, this is Rasagulla. So very nice. Keep on reminding. So the chanting of the entire Gita, all that will go through once and get the grace of Krishna Paramatma to get Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam in this life itself. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम तत्सत् कृष्ण 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 शुभमस्तु समस्त सन्मंगलानि भवन्तु हरि ओम नारायण नारायण।